Hello everyone, my name is Kapches. I'm the president of Chestnut Park Real Estate, and today I'm going to provide you with the June Toronto and area market results. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time today talking about numbers. I'd rather convey to you where I think the market is at the halfway point in 2019. And this you may find somewhat of an exaggeration, but in my opinion, I believe the market is at an absolute perfect place. Perfect for the following reasons. One, we've seen for the last 3 or 4 months monthly increases compared to the year before of double-digit numbers. And we need the double-digit numbers in terms of the number of sales because we were playing catch-up and continue to play catch-up with the running 10-year average for the number of sales for this month and the months leading up to this. That's one good thing. Secondly, for the third consecutive month, the increase in the average sale price as compared to the average sale price a year ago has been 3%. And that is what we want. We do not want to see average sale prices increasing at an exaggerated rate, the way we saw through 2016 and the early part of 2017, where we had double-digit increases in the average sale price, which effectively made the Toronto and area marketplace, particularly the 416 area, totally unaffordable. So if we continue with that 3% increase through the remainder of 2019 and then into 2020, we will be consistent with what the increases are more or less for wages in the Greater Toronto area over that same period, which means that increases in wages will be consistent with the increases in the average sale price. Granted, the average sale price is still a little on the lofty side, which is a bit of a hangover from where the market got pushed to in 2017, but at least now it's much more controlled than it was before. And as a result of that, to reiterate what I said a few minutes ago, we are in the perfect market. I think continually 10% increases in sales will, by the end of the year, take us to the point where we should be, given the 10-year running average, because currently we're on track to do approximately 85,000 sales in the Greater Toronto area, which will be substantially less than what we've done over the last few years. In fact, the last time we did 85,000 sales takes us back to 2010 as an indication of how far off we are from the 10-year running average. That being said, the number of sales that we did do in June, which was almost 9,000, was a good number for the month of June. 9,500 would be a better number, consistent with the 10-year average, but it was still a good number. And as I said, and I'm reiterating, that 3% increase in the average sale price was what we want, and we want to see that consistently going forward. The market is still very fast. In June, all sales took place in 21 days. If you were in the 416 region, sales actually took place even faster than that, in the range of about 19 days. So there's still a disparity between the 905 marketplace and the 416 marketplace. It is narrowing and becoming less distinct, but it exists nonetheless. I think at the pace that we're going by year end, we should get closer to the 10-year running average, which would be great for the marketplace. We still have pockets where the market is still very much a seller's market. The eastern districts in Toronto, still very strong. Sales are taking place there, both for detached and semi-detached properties. There's a few districts in the west that are also operating on the same basis. But overall, as I said, I think the market is getting a little bit more stable than it was before. If there's one aspect to the market that is still of concern, it's the number of available listings. The number of listings that came to market in June were slightly less than came to market in June of last year. Fortunately, when we get to the the end of June, the total number of available listings at the end of June is about 5% fewer than the total number of available listings that we had June of last year. So availability of product is a real problem for consumers, particularly buyers who are looking in those areas that I mentioned, some pockets in the West End, a few districts in the East End, and even some districts in the Central Core. As a last comment, another concern is condominium apartments. We're not getting as many of those coming to market as we would like. That is the sort of the last affordable housing form that's out there. So it would be nice to see more of them. But we are basically consistent with where we were last year. And last year we didn't have enough available properties in the condominium sector. That's a concern going forward. I don't believe the lack of product is going to put a lot of pressure on increase in prices, because prices are pretty lofty. In the 416 area, the average sale price is $915,000. In the GTA, it's lower than that, in the $840,000 range. And so it has just become a little too lofty for prices to get substantially higher than where they are. So I think we will, notwithstanding the availability issue, still see prices remaining around the 3% increase on a year-over-year basis. So all that having been said, I'm very comfortable with where the market is. I'm very comfortable where the market's going. We have made these forecasts over the last few months. The forecasts seem to have come to fruition. I provide a whole lot more detail on the market if you go to our market report, which you can find on our blog. And I'm really looking forward to doing the July market report, which I'm very certain will be consistent with what we've spoken about today. Thank you very much.